Hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda7 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. In this video, I'm going to be talking about this week's update and patch notes, and just basically going over what they have added and revealed about the rest of the Grand Party event for the 20th anniversary that's going to be going on here. So yeah, pretty much they did reveal all of the 4 weeks of celebration that are going to be taking place. The first week that has already finished was just basically the mini quest that came out for the event, and if you missed that or would like to do it, there is a guide on my channel for that. And you of course get the anniversary cake for it and some XP lamps, so that was the whole gist of that. But they were planning on doing additional things as the month went on, and they have revealed all of those, starting with the second week, which is currently taking place, and that is the combat week, and that is pretty much what the update post focuses on today. So there's not actually really a content update at all today, and there wasn't really all that much in the patch notes either, so it's pretty much just them focusing on this event for today. I'm hoping at the very least we do get ModPie's changes that he's been showing on Twitter this month at some point. I feel like we're not going to be getting a new piece of content, but you never know. Maybe they have something in their pocket that they haven't talked about yet. But yeah, the combat week has started, and there's quite a bit more to do, or maybe not a whole lot more, but they did release sort of like a little news card of each week, but there's more than that actually mentioned. And people have been speculating what it meant by increased chances to get rare drops. Of course, this actually just only applies to the rare drop table, as we now know for sure, but they've used that same phrasing in the past, increased odds of rare drops, and it always ends up just being in relation to the rare drop table, which it's kind of lame the way they try to bait you with that phrasing, because I mean, it's not unprecedented to have had things like a double drop weekend in the pretty distant past at this point, I believe, but still, that is something people maybe thought it could have been. But basically, through this whole week of the combat week, you get a better chance for rare drop table drops to occur, and also you will get an increased chance, or a further increased chance, of them using the luck enhancing items as well, like Luck of the Dwarves and stuff. And you'll also have a better chance to get the better loot on the rare drop table, because of course there are a bunch of garbage things that are on there, and this will, I guess, make it so you get those less often. There's also 50% more Slayer XP on all Slayer tasks, so if you're interested in doing some Slayer tasks, then you'll get a decent bit of XP from that. And also a pretty nice one here, no death costs will be applied throughout this whole week. So now is definitely a good time to get out there and try out a new boss that you maybe haven't done before, or maybe some sort of PVM challenge that you might have been wanting to go for, like a small team Virago or something like that. It's definitely a good time for that, considering you won't have to worry about paying or I guess if you do inevitably die during whatever you're doing. So that is a nice thing as well. And basically the main thing that they did not mention on their little news card are these 2 golems over here, and that's why I'm still here at the event area. They're called, I mean, this is a really weird thing that they added, and kind of, I don't know, I don't really like it that much, but that's just my opinion. But basically there are these 2 golems here called Elder Overload golems, and if you attack them, you will get an hour-long Elder Overload. So basically you can get Elder Overload for free pretty much whenever you want, just here at the event, and you can just go and do an hour of PVM with that Elder Overload active and not have to use any overload. So not only are you having no death costs, but your supply costs are going to be down a decent bit as well, just because of the lack of need for overloads, which are quite expensive. You can see people coming over, whacking it, tellying out. They get that hour-long buff. And this did actually apply to Iron Man when the update first came out, but they have patched that since, so you can see, like, I can whack it here all I want, and I won't get any Elder Overload buff here on my Iron Man. And that's the main reason I am doing the video on this account, is because I wanted to see if it did still work, because I know people were complaining about that on Reddit. And apparently the Slayer XP buff also worked, but they also, I believe, have reverted that, and Iron Man can no longer take advantage of that XP buff either, which I am perfectly okay with, considering it is not the most fair thing. But they have had events in the past with 50% more Slayer XP that Ironmen have been able to take advantage of, so it's kind of lame that they're inconsistent on it. I mean, I obviously would prefer if they had never allowed it, but at this point, what more can you really make to change it if you don't want to have them have it now? I mean, it's better late than never, I guess. So they have, I guess, changed their stance on that. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this week in terms of the buffs and stuff. The Elder Overload thing, very weird in my opinion. I'd like to hear people's thoughts on that in the comments. But I do want to talk a little bit more about the event as a whole, because I didn't end up making a follow-up video last week rather, to my first video, which was the guide, to talk about my thoughts on the event as a whole. And I figure I will go ahead and do that now before jumping into a little bit of a touch point on the last 2 weeks of the event, which we're going to be coming up in the latter half of the month. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's not that bad of an event. I mean, people were pretty upset with it on Reddit because I guess they probably assumed that it was only going to be the mini quest, but they have revealed all these other things that are included. I mean, I just feel like, I don't know. I don't really know what people expected all that much from this 20th anniversary event. I mean, the 20th anniversary is a pretty big, significant milestone, but I didn't have any high expectations of them doing some epic event for it or anything like that. But it seemed like some people did, which I found a little strange, but that's just my personal stance on it. I was like, oh, they're probably going to have another Lumbridge Crater event with nothing all that special about it. And that is pretty much what has happened here. I am a pretty big fan of the commemorative statues around the place. It seems like they have tried to go ahead and select one of the bigger updates of each year and put it on a pedestal here. Of course, we have like Anachronia 2019. I'm not sure which one is for 2020, actually. 2001 has Elvarg KBD over here. It's pretty cool just to see maybe where you don't know when things might have come out. Like, it'll give you a little hint, clue into that. Who's this over here? Nomad, yeah. Nomad's Requiem, I guess, is when came out that year, maybe. Nex, of course, the old Nex model that looked much worse than it does nowadays. Telos 2016 brings back memories of kill streaks, and 2016, of course. Summoning in 2008. It's just a cool little thing to look around at, especially if you were around for those events. I'm not sure if they do have a statue for 2020. Maybe. Oh, I see. That's archaeology. Okay, good. I was assuming that they would have archaeology as the 2020 update. I just didn't even realize that was a statue, because it's kind of a weird, just the monolith, I guess, but it just looks like a pillar a little bit. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm not too disappointed with the event personally. I enjoyed the mini quest and the references back to, days gone by, and I never really take huge part in these types of events, but I did come down to the JMod event during the time that they were here on last Monday, and that was pretty cool to see all the people around, and I was there to try and get some of those achievements that you need to get from JMod events only, like eating the various types of Stroop waffles and stuff like that, and getting the love letter. Kind of weird that they have those achievements, but I swung by to try and get some progress on those, and it was cool to see a lot of people from the community around, and all the weird stuff that the JMods were doing, turning into different bosses and things like that. But overall, those are, I guess, my overall thoughts on the event. Again, you guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, quite a weird thing, these Elder Overload golems here. But anyway, before I end it off, I do want to mention the last 2 weeks rather, of the event that are going to be happening. So next week, which will be week 3, is going to be the mini games week. And it says here on their little notification about it, chill out with a whole week of minigame fun. You'll get double currency for every minigame in RuneScape, so that's pretty decent. I would say one of the better ones you might want to look at doing if you're an Iron Man would be Flash Powder Factory for that Botanist and Factory outfit. Those are both very good and can take quite a while to get. I wonder if this includes things like Livid Farm. I'm not sure. But double currency for every minigame, and that's all it actually says here. So I assume there's probably going to be more than that, but maybe not. I don't know. It's very brief compared to the various things that are active during this Slayer or combat rather week. but we'll have to wait and see if they reveal more about that on the week itself. And then the final week, which is week 4, is going to be skilling. And all this one says is you will get 50% extra XP in all gathering skills during that week. So yeah, maybe you want to get on the mining or woodcutting grind or something like that, and you'll get a nice 50% extra XP while doing so. Again, I feel like there might be something additional to that one, as it is rather brief as well. But again, we will just have to wait and see there. So yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, what your thoughts are on the update and everything like that. Thank you guys for watching. Haven't really been making a whole lot of videos as of late. I've just kind of been taking a little break from being on the video grind, and looking forward to getting back into it whenever they do get back around to releasing some bigger updates in the near future. And I will be coming back with some regular series pretty soon here. I am just still working on a little side project that has been ongoing for quite a while now that I do want to try and finish up before getting back to things like on this account and things like that. But don't worry, I definitely will be getting back on here before too long. I did buy Premiere on here if I didn't mention that, so definitely not abandoning this account or anything like that. And you guys can look forward to continuation of the Hardcore Iron Man All Collection series in the near future. Thank you guys for watching once again, and please do let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.